The key thing here is slow down. If we slow down just a little bit, we're less likely to spread anything, much less misinformation.
The disinformation is very subtle, and or it might and the kind of clever part is we don't know if it's disinformation or not, but we're starting to distrust things anyway. And so even if it's not the fact that there could be disinformation out there, and we're starting to not trust things, and we're starting to go to places that where we're seeing things that we believe in, that's going to become a problem in that whole thing, because you just don't know what to believe.
There are a lot of benefits to social media, and I want to be really clear about that. It's a way to stay in touch with people pretty easily who you don't necessarily see frequently otherwise. I have friends and family, around the country, around the world, with my academic colleagues in different places. We communicate via social media. It's really nice to have that access. For some people, it's an opportunity to find their groups that may not exist in their community. And I think that this is really important too. If you're, in a relatively isolated place, then social media can provide you with a set of peers that can be really useful and valuable.
One of the bad things about social media is there's another way to tell someone that they might not be completely right about that, and publicly telling them I don't think is the right way to do it. Publicly calling them out in their own timeline in front of other friends, I don't think is very good.
With respect to the person you're responding to, sometimes they may, if you do it politely, they may take it well. And how to correct misinformation well. One, you should go double check first before you do something. And it's really nice if you can link to the correcting information and post that in there when you make a comment on somebody's Facebook post or tweet or whatever social media you're on, so that you're not just saying, this is what I think that you've got wrong. Here is the, here's Snopes, here's, fact check, looking at these sorts of things. And so trying to provide that information, doing it politely, hopefully doesn't burn bridges. I have personally burned some bridges, with even trying to be polite and, trying to have reasonable discourse. I can get frustrated, they can get frustrated.
If you're going to tell someone that it's wrong, you have to back it up. Because you're never going to change. If your intent is to change someone's mind and show them that actually that this is the correct piece of information, if you back them into a corner, they'll never accept it. So think about how you present the information, present it with evidence, allow them to come to their own conclusion, maybe. I would say that's the best way to be a human being in the process as well. I think it's human nature to kind of resort to your tribe, your side. And I see a lot of efforts to counter that, and it goes to saying, like, we have to do something about this because the wrong side won the election. That is absolutely not the right way to build something that fixes it. We have to, when we're building initiatives, or we're building ways of countering misinformation, we're looking at, are people able to make an informed choice based on facts, based on information? Can we make sure that people have access to it? What they choose to do with that and what they choose to believe at the end of the day is up to them, but we need to make sure that they have access to both sides, or access to additional sources, so that whatever decision they make is made freely.
If you're thinking about spreading it, or sharing something, again, just double check yourself. I think all of us need to be particularly watchful when it's something that we really like, that we really want to be true, because then it's feeding into our own worldview, and we're very vulnerable then. And so slowing down allows us to, assess whether or not we really want to do something. And then the second piece is when we do encounter something that's clearly misinformation, is if it's an important bit of misinformation, it's probably worth correcting it. And that means grabbing the right sources off the internet, linking to those to provide the correction to it. You may not change the mind of the person you're discussing, but you might save other people who are exposed to that by providing them the correction immediately. So those are the two big ones. Slow down, correct when it's important.